Sometimes you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Budapest, a magnificent city that is only a couple of hundred years old, since the cities of Budapest and Buda united. Today the city is distinguished into two, Buda and Pest, and they are divided by the river Danube. Altogether there are 8 bridges running over the river, and each have a fascinating story to tell. While not exactly dead, Buda is considered to be the calmer side of the city. There seems to be much more going on, including nightlife on the Pest side of the river. At number 2 is the Roman Catholic Basilica of St. Stephen. Named in honor of the first king of Hungary, this basilica is the largest church in Budapest. It can hold up to 8,500 people. Although in architectural terms it is considered as a cathedral, it was given the title of Basilica Minor by Pope Pius XI in 1931. It took more than 50 years to build this basilica. The building commenced in 1851 and inaugurated in 1906. The basilica has 2 towers and 6 bells altogether, 5 on the left side tower and 1 on the right side tower. The views from the top are breathtaking and is a must if you are visiting Budapest. You can access the top either by climbing the stairs or else you can save your energy and ride the elevator. Hero Square, the largest square in Budapest, honoring the unknown soldiers and the founding history of Hungary. At its center lies the Millenary Monument, a 36-meter-high pillar topped by a golden statue of Archangel Gabriel holding the Hungarian crown and the cross. The colonnades behind include 14 statues of rulers and statesmen, starting from King Stephen at the far left to Lajos Kossuth at the far right. Close by there are also museums and a large park. We do recommend to visit this square both during the day and at night. The Buda Hill Funicular is a pleasant and a fairly cheap way to save your legs a hike and get to Buda Castlehill. Starting at the Buda end of the chain bridge on Adam Clark Square, the short funicular ride provides a unique and a beautiful view of Budapest and the river Danube. The funicular runs up and down the hill every 10 minutes till late at night, but we do suggest to be there early in the morning if you don't want to waste time waiting behind long queues. This small bastion was built during the 19th century for the Hungarian Millennium celebrations. It features pointed towers and turrets reminiscent of the fairy tale castles in Disney World. When it comes to admiring the Budapest panorama or to embrace the romantic feel of the city, the Fisherman's Bastion is a favorite attraction for locals and tourists alike. Since this is a very popular site and tends to be overcrowded, climbing the hill early will give you an advantage of getting good viewpoints. The Castle district on Castlehill is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the top places to be in Budapest. It is not only historic and romantic, but also fun and budget-friendly itinerary. If you are looking for a great vantage point to view the city, then you have to get on the Budapest Eye. You can see all the major sites of the city in a panoramic view, from the Danubian ships to Buda Castle and the temple towers of Pest.
Commissioner!
London has Hyde Park. New York City has Central Park. Budapest's green oasis is Margaret Island, an island in the river Danube. Budapest is famous for its thermal baths. Palatinus, Margaret Island's very own baths, have a lot more to offer than your standard stuffy thermal baths. Not only are there thermal pools, but there are also adventure pools, water slides and wave pools, which makes it an ideal place to relax and have fun at the same time. Unfortunately, we did not manage to try these baths as the weather was not so pleasant. On the island, you can also visit the Japanese gardens and see the musical fountain. The cave church located inside Gellert Hill isn't your typical church. It has a unique setting inside a natural cave system formed by thermal springs. The cave was called St. Ivan's Cave, a hermit who lived there and healed people. With such a historic feel, no one would think that the church and the adjacent monastery were built less than 100 years ago. Food, glorious food. You cannot visit Hungary without trying the local food. We were honestly surprised by how delicious the Hungarian cuisine is. On top of our list are the goulash soup, the lango street food, a deep-fried chewy dough which is considered as a traditional comfort food, chimney cake. If you have a sweet tooth, you have to try this. It is a dough roasted over a bed of charcoal with any sweet combination you like, cookies, chocolates, anything that your heart desires. The food is simply amazing. Our favorite restaurant by far was Bagvariu. The restaurant food was reasonably priced but never disappointed. Oh, and one more thing, you have to try the local beer. Last but not least, dive deep in Budapest's unique nightlife. The famous ruin bars are an experience in themselves. Here you will find an incomparable atmosphere, fine food and drinks, cultural events like movie projections, live music concerts every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, a free jam session on Sundays, farmers market on Sunday mornings, and many more. We visited Zimplakert, which offers breakfast, lunch and dinner. It has a beautiful garden and weird objects, and it is always full of life, especially in the evening, which turns out to be an international meeting point. So there you have it, top 10 things to do in Budapest. These are just our top 10 favorites. We haven't showed you the Parliament Building, the State Opera House, the New York Café, the shoes on the Danube bank, and dozens of other places and things to do. So now it's up to you to visit this amazing city and create your own top 10.